Well, hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to our Power Week Day 5, last day of our 5-day daily Zoom. It's been a wonderful week. So much activity in English, in Spanish, and all around the immunotech world. It's been wonderful to see not only, consultants in the United States and Canada, but also from other countries as well. So thank you all for joining. And today, last day, so let's go ahead and start with the recognition. You guys were active yesterday in the chat, so we just want to say congratulations to Dale Puerini, who shared a page of the new consultant orientation guide supporting what Sarah Gibson said yesterday about never end up with a bad call. So make sure you review the consultant orientation guide because there's so much great information there. And then she pointed out that the candidate funnel also shows exactly what to do in the case someone says no. Very good. So always using the tools. Dale also shared an idea for a raffle ticket collection box that she purchased on Amazon, and she can even put a flyer in there. So great idea, and you guys started, commenting on it. So kudos to you, Dale. And also you shared the way to get permission from Immunotech if you want to create your own flyers, and you shared the link to compliance. So make sure you use all those tools to every time you want to use and do your own flyers, because we want you guys to be in compliance and do the right thing always. So congratulations, Dale. Also, Donna Robb, she said that uh, Sarah Gibson shared great information yesterday, and she thanks Sarah and enjoy the experience and application and adjustment. We all need to keep the right attitude always. So thank you, Donna. Elizabeth Andrade, so she also loved Sarah Gibson's participation yesterday and offered a summary of the things she learned, which one of them was, if someone says no, who am I to tell them to change their entire life? They have the right to say no. So thank you for that. Also, what an amazing way to deal with rejection, not to take it personally and always be respectful. Elizabeth also reported that she was going to contact 10 people yesterday, and she gave an example of the interaction she had with her massage therapist. And even though the outcome was not what Elizabeth, expected, but it was a very positive interaction, and still has will and agreed to continue with the follow-up. That's how it is, reaching out to people, because that's our job, talking to people. If they say yes or no, well, it is what it is, right? Also, Marvel Lambert, congrats to you for commenting. You said that we all know that sharing is caring, and little acts of kindness yield richly. And this week it has been re-emphasized, and that's right. And she said that one of her Power Week goals is to reach out in caring to everyone in her downline. And she did. She shared a care package with Immunotech products, and the person who received it expressed how she appreciated being introduced to the Immunotech opportunity and products, and renewed her desire to reconnect, and thanks for always sending the meeting invite. So that's how it is. And Marvel shared the photos of her care package, so good ideas for you guys. And Elaine Kern also contacted a prospect that she overlooked, following up with her, and she did, and got a response back. So congratulations, Elaine, for doing that. Donna Phillips also shared her experience prospecting someone at the home office depot, and she sent the 11 secrets flyer, and also set up a Zoom appointment with this person. So congratulations. Also worked hard on creating 47 invitations for her display table this Saturday. So congratulations, Donna, for doing that. And last but not least, Foster Owusu. also shared some photos of him prospecting in Toronto, Canada. And I love when he said, and write this down, I love that he said, turning a mission into a commission. Love that, Foster, sharing information about Magistral, and you guys are doing such a great job prospecting out there. And now it's time for our raffle, the water bottle raffle for today. Remember, everyone that joined the Zoom yesterday and is registered is participating here today. And let me go ahead and share the roulette so we can select the winner of today. So we're gonna choose two winners for the the water bottle. So let's go ahead and click and see who the winner is. All right. Raise your hand if you want to win. Okay, and the winner is, look at that, Foster Owusu from Ontario, Canada. Congratulations, Foster. Uh, wow, I think I forgot to put the recording. No, it's recording. Okay, sorry. All right, so let's remove Foster's name from here, and let's pick another winner. Here we go. And the winner is Angelia Garcia from Texas. So congratulations, Angelia. And stay tuned because we still have another raffle for today's attendees. So once we finish the Zoom today, I'm going to go ahead and do this raffle with the list of the new attendees and publish the winners for today's, achievers in the chat after we're done here today. So, and now it's time to hear from someone so special for the Immunotech family, someone that has been with us for, wow, over 20, 22, 23 years. We keep counting. He is an executive diamond from Toronto, Canada. Our dear friend Foster Owusu is our special guest for today. Foster, are you there, my friend?
I'm here, Alberto. Thank you. And I'm happy to be here. Super excited, actually. Somebody asked me earlier if I was ready, and I said, well, I've been ready since yesterday.
So thank you, Foster, for accepting our invitation today. And please take it away. We want to learn from you today. Go ahead.
Awesome. Well, just so that everybody knows, I'm Foster Owusu. I'm currently using there's Susu's link, so don't get confused. I'm still Foster Owusu. But I was looking at the great speakers that we had in the last several days, and I thought, what else can I add? They've said everything that I need to say. And I must say that I've made a list of items that I believe is crucial. And the very first one for me is for you to find your sweet spot. Finding your sweet spot is something that I think, it helps you to, do what you enjoy and talk about the things that you enjoy the most, finding that sweet spot. So for example, you may want to try and become, let's say, Dina Holmes. And she's good at what she does on social media, but maybe you're not there yet and you are getting frustrated to become like her. Well, that's not your sweet spot yet. For example, my upline, Keith Hooper, he can talk about extra sharp in his sleep, and we're going to bring it back, hopefully. That's his sweet spot. He knows the importance of Immunocarb, but extra sharp is one of his favorite products. That is a sweet spot, because when you're talking about your sweet spot, it flows naturally. So again, the key thing about this is don't compare yourself to someone else. Be inspired by what people are doing, but become the best version of yourself. To me, that is crucial. Now, number two, so the first point is, find your sweet spot. Number two for me would be keep things simple. And this for me is something that as a beginner, having a positive attitude to me is far more powerful than even acting as an expert. In the beginning, I remember some of the things that I used to say. I was so excited about this great Canadian company. I was talking about John Molson. And for months, I didn't know that I was even mispronouncing John Molson's name. And Doug Leclerc, whose business ended up flying, we built that business to almost 600,000 points in one leg. But he came with me to Montreal for the first time meeting John Molson. And it was only at that time that he realized I was talking about John Molson all along. He thought I was saying John Morrison. But I was so excited about this opportunity that it didn't even matter how I mispronounced words. The guy joined the business, and eventually we built this business where we created several diamonds in that organization, and we broke our first executive diamond in that leg. So again, don't become an expert. Keep things very simple. And when I say keep things very simple, for example, some of you know I love Magistra, and I try not to explain every single ingredients. However, I'll talk about the 5 key ingredients, but this is how I keep it very simple. The moment somebody asks me, what is a saw palmetto? What is a ginkgo biloba? What is a mora poema? I say, well, do your research. You give them the names and you send them to go and do their research. This is how simple you can keep things. The other thing about the way we deal with objection, item number 3, handling objection. For me, I believe sometimes you can win the battle, but you will lose the war. What does that mean? Winning the battle is like, you trying to prove a point. And you don't need to do that. If somebody says something negative, it could be as simple as asking, why did you say that? Why did you say that? Let them explain. If somebody says, oh, it sounds like a pyramid, simply ask them, why did you say that? If a person says, well, I don't have money, so why did you say that? If somebody says, I have no experience, simply ask them, why did you say that? Because not having money doesn't mean you can't do this business. Personally, I would go as far as saying to somebody, well, when I bought my first home, I didn't have money, but I bought it. So why did you say that? Always helps you to understand why a person is saying, I don't have money. Maybe a person is thinking, well, it's on the 28th of the month and I need to pay my rent or I need to pay my mortgage. So maybe this first time that we're talking about this opportunity, I don't have the money, but you don't know that. They're just saying, I don't have the money. So ask them, why did you say that? Very, very important. Number 4 for me would be on leadership. So when you stop loving or caring for your people, that is when you stop leading. When you stop caring or loving your people, that is when you stop leading. As a leader, the moment you stop caring, you stop leading. Think about it. You could be a gold consultant and you're not caring for that new venture because he or she is not doing the volume that you wanted to move on to diamond. So you decide to brush them aside. Well, the moment you start doing that, you're no longer leading them. You've lost the right. But number 5 for me is a biggie. Get emotionally connected to the Immunitex mission. You need to get emotionally connected because if I ask you a question, how emotionally connected are you? You may not probably understand this, but for you to stay in the game, you need to have this emotional attachment to the Immunitech business. For example, a few days ago, Mary Lou asked a brilliant question to Sandy about how do you deal with people who are, I'm paraphrasing here, somewhat discouraged. How do you get them back in the game? And I can tell you, if a person does not have a strong reason or an emotional connection to this company or to the product, they're not going to stay in the game for very long. I can tell you that every single consultant that I know personally who has been with a company more than 20 years, is emotionally connected to Immunitech. Even the ones who have left for some personal reasons, they left with a pain in their heart. Every single consultant who met Dr. Bunos, who has been with the company for at least more than 20 years, I can only speak to that. They're all emotionally connected to Immunitech. You try to say something negative about Immunitech, you gotta fight. You gotta fight in your hand. Go and talk to somebody who has been with Immunitech for 20 plus years. You better not say anything negative. You better have a full armor around you, okay? You disappear. But being emotionally connected to me is when you fully understand what Immunocar is. Keith Hooper often says there are people who believe that Immunocar works, and there are some who think it works, and then there are some of us who know that it works. You can tell that there's a difference between how people perceive this. And all I know is in the beginning, okay, we come into this because of either health or some financial struggles. But what I will say as number 6 is don't limit yourself. The dream can get bigger than what you are seeing right now. So don't limit yourself. Whether it's me coming to Immunitech to get out of debt or try to buy my first home, that was just the dream at the beginning. But if you limit yourself to just that, then you're going to miss out, because the Immunitech opportunity, as I see it right now, has this endless possibilities. And if you just limit yourself to what prompted you to get started in the first place, whether to have that brand new fridge, well, after you've acquired that brand new fridge, you don't need a second brand new fridge next month. You have to start thinking about what else is out there. This is how you continue to stay in the game and be a dreamer. So the most important thing that I would say for somebody who is fairly new is don't wait until you have all the answers before you actually hit the road running. Don't wait, because this past Wednesday, I interviewed somebody, Jose, and he lives in Mexico. I couldn't help it. The guy went diamond in 15 days. I thought I did well when I started. He went diamond in 15 days. I couldn't wait to interview him on my Wednesday night marketing with a master's event. And I had this preconceived notion about the guy, thinking that he came from another company with with thousands of people following him. The guy has zero network marketing experience. He's never done network marketing. Can you imagine going diamond in 15 days with zero network marketing experience? Well, you can tell that I'm actually shouting. I'm getting excited here. In closing, I want you to understand that you don't need to have all the answers to get started. And that's what I saw in Jose. The fact that his sponsor told him, get some people on a Zoom, at least get 4 people. The moment he hung up from his sponsor, he started calling 16 people of his close friends. He told a story where his very first Zoom meeting, he had about 100 people. He could not believe it. And then he had another meeting with about 200 people. Eventually, he made it to diamond in 15 days. Now, I cannot end without sharing something about Magistra. I know some of you heard me talking about Magistra yesterday, and it is a product that for me it's helped me to find my sweet spot. I can boldly say that in Toronto, where I live, perhaps I've dominated that market. I said to my daughter this morning, if Immunitech sends me a truckload of Magistra and gives me 3 months, I'll sell it. Because we have certain places in Toronto where there are a lot of barbers. So here's the tip that I promised to give. Men can relate to the things that matters to them the most. So when I go to barber shops, and I introduce myself, I always tell people that our company is promoting, prostate health awareness, and it just get the conversation going. Anything to do with men's health, they can relate to that. I don't need to get into serious whatever. But most people understand that a healthy prostate makes everything else fun. And I keep things very, very simple. Now, when it comes to how I sell Magistro, especially when we have them on sale, because I've created such a huge network of, let's say, as Dan Carlos would say, a raving fan. I have so many of them, raving fans that love Magistro. So after a certain age, most people understand something about prostate. So once I get them on the product, the rest is all about following up every now and then. And I make it fun when it comes to Magistro. For example, when I'm talking to male or female, okay, I always let people know that prostate is a family jewel. I keep it that simple, whether I'm at a salon or a barber shop, okay, I let people know it's equally important to the male and the female. I don't need to get into all the details. This is only adult education, but when I'm doing a follow-up to resell somebody on the product, I'll make a call and I could keep it very simple. Hey, Tony, how's the check engine light going? How's the check engine light going? Because for me, and this is how I see it. If you're driving your car and the light comes on and it says check engine, you don't just brush it aside and just go and you get, listen. So most men understand that when things are not working well, okay, they need to do something about it. So if I have a list of all my Magistro customers, I also have record of when somebody buys something. So yesterday, for example, Anthony, who got the 20 bottles, is for him and his workers. But I've made record of that. So I already knew when he took those bottles. I also know that he personally is using 2 bottles. I know when to follow up. So when I make a call to him and I say, how's the check engine light going? Okay, I want to make sure that he's excited about this. And the thing is, I always say, you don't want to go back in the red, do you? If the light came on and it went off, you don't want the light to come back on. So we want to keep taking this product. Funny enough, most of the people that I started on with Magistro have joined the business, just like how he asked yesterday, can money be made in this? I started laughing. I said, I've been cashing in for almost 24 years and it hasn't stopped. So, keep this very simple. You don't need to become somebody else. Like, for example, I'm particularly passionate about Magistro, but I may not be like Miss Koo, Dina Holmes yet, talking about, let's say, Cogniva and Immunicar on social media. Hint, hint, hint. Now I'm going to get some coaching from her, how to use my check engine light. Nobody should use that, by the way. And I'm going to get some coaching from from Dina Home. And now I'm going to be doing the Magistro version of the check engine light. I'm going to consult her, but I'm not going to try and do it on my own like a pro, because that's not what I do. I can speak into a camera. You can put a camera in front of me and I can say certain things, but to do her funny stuff, and sometimes I get excited, like she's taking Cogniva and I'm ready to take my Cogniva. And I'm so she's making all these funny faces and I'm getting excited about this. Well, I need to learn that. She's found her sweet spot. So Alberto, you and I, we've been friends for a long, long time. And I was in Africa when you sent the invitation. I said, well, somebody that I knew before he formally joined Immunitech, if he says, Foster, we want you on the call, I cannot even say no. So I said yes before I came back to North America, and hopefully this has been very helpful, Alberto. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Foster. What a great topic. And I loved, when you said that question, why did you say that? Before any objection, just ask the question back. Why did you say that? Because you want to understand where they're coming from, because that will help you give them the right answer. Love that. And when you said don't stop caring for people, how powerful is that? Because at the end of the day, that's what we do here. We care for people, and that's why we do what we do. And get emotionally attached to the Immunotech opportunity, Immunotech family, product, everything. That's what's gonna keep you going. So thank you so much, my friend, for accepting the invitation. You did awesome as always, and we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and before we go, I just wanna mention that this is the end of the Power Week, and of course, we want to have a strong close of the month. But don't forget that you also want to work hard to keep the momentum going until the end of the year. And so make sure you pause, like we talked about it yesterday, make a pause, take note of the results that you obtained this week, because by looking at that, you will be able to continue and work on your goals to make those things happen. You started something beautiful this week. Let's keep it going. And with your prospects, your downline, make sure you know how many presentations they did, how many customers they got. I mean, take a toll of everything that happened. That will give you the tools to continue with the momentum that you need to end the year very strong. Now to close the call, I just want to give the microphones to our GM, General Manager for US and Canada, JC Martinez. JC, thank you for being here today, for supporting us with this strategy and this initiative. And please give us some closing words for today. Thank you, JC.
Thank you, Alberto. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And I just want to say, let's do Power Week every day with our teams. Don't wait, for the next Power Week that has been created by these corporate people. I think you can make it. You can do it every day. I think you can have the opportunity to impact the lives of all the team's members. So believe me, this is an initiative that Alberto and Sara, our regional sales managers, made in the past. But I think, we can continue having this every day. And I want to thank Angelo. I want to thank Sandy, of course, Sarah Gibson, and of course, Foster, for being with us and for, impact our lives the way you impact our lives, because it's amazing to have you as leaders. But every one of you, every face that I see there, has a story. Share that story, share that testimonial with everyone in your team. Talk about Power Week, talk about the product, talk about Immunotech, talk about your colleagues, talk about Immunotech all the time with the passions that you can make it. And I just want to say thank you, Alberto. Thank you for everything that you are doing. And congratulations also for those that are receiving your bottle. And I know that you are going to do another raffle right now, Alberto. So thank you. Have an amazing closing of the Power Week, but please continue doing this every day. Doesn't matter where, because I know that Deborah in Alaska is doing that, and also people in Canada and people in the United States and people all around the world, because they love Power Week, because they love to be together. They love your chats, they love your pictures, your videos, sharing the opportunity. So keep doing that. I think that is the most important thing to do. Keep sharing what you are doing. Keep the passion and continue doing this every day. Thank you very much for everything you're doing for Immunotech. Gracias, Alberto. Thank you.
Thank you, JC, and thank you all for participating. And someone just asked, why don't we do a 7-day Power Week? Well, keep going. Nobody's saying to stop, so keep going and let's make it happen and have a great close of the month. And now the microphones are open, so you can say goodbye. And thank you again. And stay tuned for the next raffle, okay? I'll post it on the chat. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.